Okay, after the school had worked from September until the beginning of December to evaluate themselves on the 7 advanced ed standards, we as an advanced ed or SACS team came in to validate their findings. Okay. They had to use community involvement, their students, their teachers, to determine if they were meeting the 7 standards required by advanced ed. Okay. They had rated themselves on each standard. They then provided documentation for us. They set up interviews for us, and we were allowed to visit classes. We spent a day and a half in the school talking with people, observing and looking at artifacts to determine if they were accurate in their ratings of how they were doing on each of the 7 standards. We found that they were doing a good job. They impressed us with their stakeholder involvement in the continuous improvement process. There's a commitment in this high school to provide a quality education for their students. We found that across the board. We heard that from students, we heard that from parents, and we heard that from community people. Okay. We heard from the students that the teachers are willing to give up their lunch period. They're willing to stay after school. They set up meetings on the weekends to do extra tutoring. Mm-hmm. So that's a true commitment. We have recommended, as a team of volunteers, we can only recommend accreditation, and we have done that. Okay. And the State Council for Advanced Ed will meet in January. They will look at our recommendation, and then they will give their approval.
Was not accredited.
Right. They did not lose their accreditation. There was a lack of communication, and they did not receive their visit. The Quality Assurance Review Team visit did not occur. For them to have lost their accreditation, they would have had a visit with the team finding that they were not meeting the standards, and there wasn't a team coming in. Part of the problem was that they are involved with high schools at work, and there for a year or two, SACS or Advanced Ed tried to combine the high schools at work visit with SACS. Mm-hmm. And they had their high schools at work visit, and we did not provide the SACS representative on that team. Okay. So at that time, the visit just did not occur. Mm-hmm. They had started the process. They had paid their fee, and we did not come in for the quality assurance visit.